better to settle these matters in the courts than on the streets, and new laws are needed at every level. But law alone cannot make men see right. We are confronted primarily with a moral issue. The heart of the question is whether all Americans are to be afforded equal rights and equal opportunities. Whether we are going to treat our fellow Americans as we want to be treated.
Committee that would say, okay, good, this is how much we're going to put towards the events, this is how much we're going to put towards videos, this is how much we're going to put to OSA. And in the OSA money, it's like they get that money no matter what. It's not even a planning point. It's like every week, OSA needs 100K. That's just the way it is. And that's how much they get. But this is the most awesome fact. The Church of Scientology has been putting on these international events for 30 years. Okay, they have these events, and they get all these people together, and they have their big rah-rah event. Okay, internationally, when they do one of those events every 2 or 3 months, they get about 10,000 people to come to that event. And in international management, it's considered that those 10,000 people that attended, those are the active Scientologists. Okay? So 10,000 people internationally are active Scientologists. Anonymous, after 4 months, is getting 10,000 people every month. So right now, as we stand here today, there's one anonymous person for every active Scientologist. So that alone should give a little bit of hope to the people that want to speak to their family members that this thing is going to fall like a house of cards, because in 4 months' time, Anonymous is done with. It's taken the church 30 years to do. And the church, believe me, the church is in awe of Anonymous. Because Anonymous is so effective. That's why the Church of Scientology scrapped their entire website that they've had up since day one and made it an entirely video-based website, was because of Anonymous. Anonymous's websites and the videos that they put up, and that's why Scientology opened a YouTube channel, strictly because of Anonymous. So,
do you think it would be good to have a rescue mission for people to leave the Sea Org, like
absolutely.
you said?
There's a ton of people that are out there right now. You can go, if you go on the...
If you're in the Sea Org and you want to leave,
absolutely.
how do you get out?
Well, just get on the internet and say Ex-Sea Org. And there's people that are all over the place. Chuck Beatty has got a place where he's set up to take people in, help them out, get them jobs, all kinds of stuff. There's all kinds of things you can do.
I heard a rumor that the church is in very bad financial shape. Is that true or not?
Absolutely. Right now they have these organizations all over the world, and the only one that makes any money is the one in Clearwater called Flag. That's it. All these new orgs that they're opening up, they're empty. Totally empty. There's no staff, there's no public. They're not making any money. The only place that's making money is the place in Florida, which is Flag, the Flag land base. That's it. Everybody else is just a drain on their economy. The Free Winds is a drain on their economy. The fact that it's got blue asbestos on it, that's going to be a further drain. All these new orgs they're opening up, they're spending millions of dollars to buy the buildings. That's all a drain. So yeah, they're absolutely in bad shape. And when Anonymous holds these pickets, no one's going to church that day. When they do these flash raids, no one's going to church that day. All these things that Anonymous is doing is completely circumventing all of their policies on how to handle detractors and people that attack them. You can't attack somebody if you have no idea who they are. So right there, see, that's the thing. In Scientology, they try not to do anything that L. Ron Hubbard didn't write something saying this is how you do it. Well, L. Ron Hubbard never wrote any policies on how to deal with anonymous people that are attacking you from, you know, thousands of vantage points all over the world that have no identity and that weren't even in the church. We don't have any, there's no folders, there's no auditing folders for members of Anonymous that they can dig through and find some dirt on. There's no, they don't know anything about these people. So there's no, they have no, L. Ron Hubbard never wrote up anything. Yeah.
It's a dispersed target. They can't, there's nobody to
Y'all should go to church.
Absolutely.
Do you think, this is, I'm just asking this public, do you think there should be a reform, a counter-church, or elimination, or illegality?
I think that if...
What do you think?
I think that people should be able to do whatever they want to do. And I don't think that I'm not going to say anything bad about the church or say it should be. I'm just saying the acts and the things that they're doing are wrong. That's incorrect. People are free to believe in whatever they want to believe in. If you want to believe that you have thousands of space aliens that have infected your body and that are controlling your every move, well, that's fine. You can think that if you want. It's a little bit crazy, but that's what you can think of that if you want. So I'm not going to diss that, but at the same time, for somebody to say that you can't speak to your son or your daughter or your mother or your father or your brother or sister or your aunt or your uncle or whatever, that's wrong. That's just wrong. I mean, breaking up the family unit, there's just nothing worse than that.
And minors should receive education and proper nutrition and extroversion and an introduction to society.
Absolutely.
It isn't right to raise these Sea Org kids.
I mean, these kids aren't allowed to get on the internet. They're not allowed to read all this stuff about Scientology. So how are they going to form their own opinion if they're not allowed to get all the information? That's one of the, it's also, in Scientology, there's a huge hypocrisy. They say in the data series, you need to have all of the information in order to make an accurate decision about something. But they don't want to give you all of the information. They only want to give you their part of the information. And they don't want you to have access to all the information. So it's like, hey, you say I need all the information to make an accurate decision, but you're not allowing me to access all this other information. So anyway, that's all for now, folks.
Thanks.
Thank you.